When we were younger, the British royal family represented everything glamorous and aspirational about modern monarchy, with the younger generation of royals bringing a fresh energy that made them seem both regal and relatable. You see, the 1980s and 90s showcased a royal family that had successfully adapted to contemporary life while maintaining their historic dignity and public service traditions. And Prince Andrew, for a time, embodied this perfect balance as the charming bachelor prince who seemingly combined genuine military heroism with Hollywood-level charisma. His confident smile graced magazine covers worldwide, while his approachable personality made him the royal that ordinary people felt they could actually have a conversation with at a charity gala. Little did we all know that lurking beneath this polished public image was a man who would willingly befriend and defend one of the most disgusting predators in modern history, continuing their association even after his criminal conviction for exploiting minors. Indeed, the same prince who had once brought glamour to the crown would choose loyalty to a monster over loyalty to the moral principles his family claimed to represent, welcoming this convicted predator into the sacred halls of royal retreats like Sandringham. Thus, in today's episode of Old Money Luxury, we share the story of Prince Andrew's spectacular fall from beloved war hero to royal family embarrassment. A historic birth in Buckingham Palace's Belgian suite changed the monarchy on February 19, 1960. Andrew Albert Christian Edward arrived as the first child born to a reigning British monarch since 1857. Queen Elizabeth II's maternal instincts reportedly flourished with this third child in ways impossible with her elder two. Royal duties had consumed her during Charles and Anne's early years, leaving little time for motherhood. Andrew allegedly enjoyed luxuries his siblings never knew. Personal pickup from Heatherdown Preparatory School by the sovereign herself. The Queen would reportedly drive her own car to collect him, breaking every protocol about royal security. He allegedly played quietly in her study while ministers discussed state business and ambassadors presented credentials. This unprecedented maternal attention apparently created a confidence that would shape Andrew's entire trajectory. The burden of future kingship that crushed Charles from birth never touched Andrew's shoulders. No constitutional duties awaited, no crown demanded preparation, no destiny constrained his choices. Freedom came with being the spare heir in Britain's most famous family. Gordonstoun School in Scotland provided elite education and Andrew's first brush with scandal. His second day at the prestigious institution allegedly ended with authorities catching him in the girls' dormitory. "I was saying hello to somebody," the teenage prince reportedly explained when questioned about the incident. The episode spawned a nickname that would follow him through decades of public life. Randy Andy emerged from that single moment of alleged adolescent boundary crossing at boarding school. Years later, Andrew insisted the moniker didn't fit, and few people still used it. The nickname would prove prophetic for a prince whose romantic choices repeatedly shocked the establishment. 1982 transformed Andrew from privileged royal to genuine national hero through military service. The Falklands War demanded real courage as he piloted Sea King helicopters into combat zones. Argentine forces fired Exocet missiles at British ships, while Andrew flew decoy missions above. His helicopter drew enemy fire away from naval vessels carrying thousands of British servicemen. Freezing South Atlantic waters claimed sailors from destroyed ships that Andrew helped rescue. The London Daily Express editorial board called for a pint for the prince to honour him. He neither sought nor received special treatment, they wrote, praising the Queen's son, sharing danger equally. British newspapers compared the handsome prince to Hollywood star Robert Redford after his return. Military medals joined movie star looks and royal status to create an irresistible public image. Society magazines couldn't resist documenting his every appearance at London's most exclusive venues. The combination of battlefield courage and peacetime glamour defined Andrew's golden age. This decorated veteran projected approachable charm rather than the stiff formality of other royals. He reportedly danced until dawn at charity galas, bantered with journalists, and embraced social opportunities. Britain celebrated their party prince, who allegedly balanced military service with modern royal style. The 1980s belonged to Andrew, before a woman from Oxford University would reportedly enter his carefully constructed world. Spare Girl was reportedly Stark's role when she arrived at Prince Andrew's 21st birthday celebration. February 1981 marked the beginning of an 18-month romance that would allegedly define Andrew's preferences. The American actress had appeared in what British newspapers delicately termed an art house film. Hollywood rumors suggested she'd auditioned for Princess Leia before entering London's social scene. Their relationship immediately challenged royal conventions about suitable romantic partners for princes. Buckingham Palace allegedly became Stark's weekend destination, with formal dinners and informal breakfasts. Balmoral Castle in Scotland reportedly welcomed her for shooting parties and Highland walks. Royal family members allegedly warmed to her American directness and lack of pretension. An embarrassing moment reportedly occurred when she attempted to curtsy to Prince Charles. The heir apparent allegedly leaned in for a cheek kiss just as Stark bobbed down. Their heads reportedly collided in what she later described as a mortifying introduction. Years later, Stark reflected on their relationship as a blurring of two very different worlds. Fashion allegedly became their playful battleground as she modernized the prince's wardrobe. "I bought Andrew his first pair of denim jeans," she reportedly revealed in her memoir. The prince allegedly reciprocated with a t-shirt reading "Don't Panic" for her collection. Her gift from him reportedly read "Here comes trouble" across the front. Looking back, he was right. Stark allegedly admitted about the prescient clothing message. Princess Margaret's Mustique Villa hosted the couple for a 1982 winter holiday. Paparazzi descended on the Caribbean island in unprecedented numbers to photograph them. "The press we received rivaled that of Wallis Simpson and Edward VIII, Stark reportedly recalled. Photographers allegedly employed increasingly aggressive tactics to capture images of the couple. "I was once dragged from the back of a motorbike by the hair," she reportedly stated. Camera lenses allegedly struck her body as photographers fought for exclusive pictures. Photographers on motorbikes literally rode into restaurants, attempting to photograph them dining, according to her account. The media assault apparently proved too intense for a relationship already challenging royal norms. Andrew's attraction to Stark allegedly revealed preferences that would define his future choices. Women from entertainment, business, and international circles reportedly appealed more than aristocratic debutantes. This alleged pattern of choosing outsiders over insiders would possibly lead to controversial associations. Social events continued showcasing Andrew's bachelor status after Stark's departure from his life. Newport's Beechwood Mansion hosted the British America's Cup Ball in July 1983. 1,000 attendees paid substantial entrance fees to glimpse the eligible prince. Anti-British demonstrators protested outside, while Andrew reportedly danced inside among Union Jack decorations. Reporters noticed his solitary attendance and pressed for information about romantic prospects. "Right, but you don't know who is inside," Andrew allegedly teased when asked about bringing a date. His evasive charm with journalists reportedly exemplified the media skills that served him well then. Oxford University was producing a 1985 graduate named Ghislaine Maxwell, while Andrew reportedly played Newport Society. Palace staff allegedly whispered about Prince Andrew and Ghislaine Maxwell's relationship during the early 2000s. Buckingham Palace employees reportedly believed romantic involvement existed between the pair, according to insider sources. Their connection allegedly began years earlier when Maxwell completed her Oxford University education in 1985. Ewan Relly reportedly witnessed their dynamic firsthand as a banking colleague who socialized with both. A Manhattan townhouse dinner invitation from Maxwell allegedly came with an interesting description. "This is for my friend Prince Andrew," she reportedly told Relly about the gathering's purpose. The banker allegedly found her phrasing particularly revealing about their relationship's possible nature. She described Andrew as being her friend, not Jeffrey's, Relly reportedly emphasized to investigators. Careful observation at social events apparently convinced Relly of their romantic history. Prince Andrew and Ghislaine had probably been girlfriend and boyfriend in the past, he allegedly concluded. They had an easy warmth around each other that reportedly suggested intimate familiarity. Maxwell allegedly facilitated Andrew's introduction to Jeffrey Epstein, though timeline accounts conflict. The BBC Newsnight interview saw Andrew claim 1999 as their first meeting. Private Secretary Alistair Watson's 2011 letter reportedly told a different story entirely. Watson allegedly stated Andrew knew Epstein since being introduced to him in the early 1990s. This apparent 7-year discrepancy would later raise questions about Andrew's account with investigators and media. February 1999 flight logs documented Andrew visiting Epstein's private Caribbean island. Little St. James allegedly became a regular destination for the prince's winter escapes. The friendship's rapid development reportedly suggested immediate mutual benefit for both men. Windsor Castle's gates opened for Epstein just 1 year after their alleged introduction. June 2000 brought the dance of the decades, celebrating 4 royal birthdays. 600 guests attended the Queen's party, including Epstein and Maxwell. Andrew allegedly personally added their names to the invitation list for his mother's celebration. His reported characterization of Maxwell as primary guest with Epstein as +1 was noted by observers. The convicted financier had apparently penetrated British royalty's innermost sanctuary within 18 months. December 2000 allegedly saw another invitation arrive for a Sandringham shooting weekend. The Queen's private Norfolk estate reportedly welcomed Epstein among Andrew's various friends. These were reportedly not public ceremonies, but intimate family gatherings at private residences. Royal protocol typically required years of vetting before such invitations were allegedly extended. Epstein apparently bypassed traditional safeguards through his connection to Andrew. Juan Alessi's decade managing Epstein's Palm Beach mansion provided testimony in court proceedings. Prince Andrew spent weeks at the Florida property, Alessi testified under oath. The prince's stays allegedly weren't brief visits, but extended periods of residence. Daily massages reportedly formed part of Andrew's routine during these Florida sojourns. At least 1 per day, sometimes more. Alessi testified about the alleged massage frequency. Alfredo Rodriguez reportedly added another dimension to understanding Andrew's involvement with Epstein's household. Weekly phone calls between Andrew and Epstein allegedly maintained their connection between visits. This reported communication pattern suggested business or personal matters possibly requiring constant attention. By 2000, their relationship allegedly resembled family more than casual friendship between social acquaintances. Jeffrey Epstein's guilty plea changed everything in 2008 for those in his circle. Soliciting minors for illegal activities made him a registered offender under Florida law. Most associates reportedly immediately severed all connections with the disgraced financier. Prince Andrew allegedly made the opposite choice, maintaining contact that would damage his reputation. Friends reportedly attempted interventions, warning Andrew about the consequences of continued association. "You cannot have a relationship with Jeffrey. You can't do these things," one friend allegedly pleaded. The prince's reported response revealed judgment that allegedly shocked those closest to him. "Stop giving me a hard time. You're such a Puritan," Andrew reportedly countered, according to sources. His alleged defense of Epstein continued with words that would prove controversial. "Leave me alone. Jeffrey's my friend. Being loyal to your friends is a virtue," he allegedly stated. "And I'm going to be loyal to him," Andrew reportedly concluded, according to the account. Vanity Fair reported this alleged exchange through sources claiming familiarity with both men's thinking. The prince had allegedly elevated personal loyalty above other considerations. December 2010 brought Andrew to Manhattan for a visit he'd later attempt to reframe. His eventual claim portrayed this as allegedly a difficult farewell conversation with Epstein. The narrative of ending an inappropriate friendship would face scrutiny from investigators. Daily Mail footage captured Andrew at Epstein's townhouse door, appearing to wave to a young woman. The video evidence seemed to contradict aspects of his later explanations. Central Park became the setting for a photograph that would damage Andrew's reputation. Annette Witheridge had positioned herself outside Epstein's mansion following a tip. "A very grey man came out," she told Vanity Fair about allegedly spotting Epstein. The journalist's reported shock came from recognizing Andrew's appearance beside him. "Oh my God, it's Prince Andrew," she allegedly exclaimed while capturing the image. Two figures appeared to stroll casually through America's most famous park. One wore the burden of royal birth, the other the stain of criminal conviction. Their apparently relaxed body language seemed inconsistent with a difficult farewell conversation. Epstein allegedly organized a celebrity gathering during Andrew's New York visit. Woody Allen, Katie Couric, Charlie Rose, and George Stephanopoulos reportedly attended the party. Such guest lists allegedly contradicted Andrew's narrative of ending a problematic association. The New York Post's "Prince and Perv" headline reflected public sentiment. Outrage reportedly erupted at images of the Queen's son with a registered offender. Andrew had apparently provided Epstein continued association with royalty despite his conviction. Private emails would eventually surface, suggesting ongoing contact about this period. February 2011 messages appeared to show enthusiasm about their friendship. "Keep in close touch and we'll play some more soon," Andrew allegedly wrote to Epstein. Multiple exclamation points possibly suggested excitement about future activities. Earlier messages reportedly revealed Epstein asking Andrew to entertain associates in London. The correspondence appeared to indicate their friendship continued months after the supposed December ending. Alleged legal threats from Epstein reportedly ended their friendship in spring 2011. The convicted financier's apparent fury about negative press coverage allegedly triggered the final break. Prince and Perv headlines had reportedly generated what sources called a steady stream of criticism. Epstein allegedly threatened lawsuits against Andrew's ex-wife Sarah Ferguson over the publicity. 3 individuals claiming direct knowledge reportedly confirmed this alleged vindictive response to media attention. No moral awakening apparently prompted Andrew's withdrawal. Allegedly, only Epstein's anger severed their connection. Court documents from 2025 appeared to expose patterns in Andrew's statements. Financial Conduct Authority proceedings against banker Jess Staley reportedly revealed email evidence. These messages seem to contradict aspects of Andrew's 2019 BBC interview. His insistence about ending contact in December 2010 appeared to be inconsistent with the emails. Correspondence allegedly continued for months after the supposed farewell meeting in Manhattan. "If you can find time to show Jess around with Vera, that would be fun," Epstein allegedly wrote. The casual tone possibly suggested ongoing friendship rather than terminated association. Each revelation appeared to challenge another aspect of Andrew's public statements. Military service in the Falklands had once defined him as a national hero. Those memories of helicopter missions and rescued sailors became overshadowed by controversy. The Palm Beach mansion visits allegedly took on different implications in retrospect. Daily massage sessions reportedly raised questions about Andrew's activities there. Weekly phone calls to a convicted offender possibly suggested closer involvement than initially claimed. Windsor Castle had allegedly welcomed Epstein through Andrew's personal invitation to royal celebrations. Sandringham's private grounds had reportedly hosted someone guilty of crimes against minors. The Queen's own homes had allegedly been visited by her son's controversial associate. Virginia Giuffre's allegations against Andrew reportedly compounded the reputational damage significantly. Photographic evidence appeared to contradict his claims of never meeting his accuser. Public reaction to his responses allegedly forced the monarchy into unprecedented action. Military titles accumulated over decades disappeared in a single announcement. Royal patronages cultivated for years vanished with one palace statement. Public duties that defined his adult life ended permanently and without appeal. Mid-2025 reportedly finds Andrew isolated at Royal Lodge without purpose. His calendar allegedly remains empty of the engagements that once filled royal diaries. Pitch at Palace reportedly continues in diminished form, a shadow of former business influence. The Counselor of State title exists, technically, though using it would likely trigger protests. Andrew allegedly embodies the consequences of privilege exercised without proper judgment. War hero to controversial figure marks one of the steepest alleged falls in royal history. The bachelor prince who charmed Newport became Windsor's permanent challenge. Royal blood apparently provided no protection when judgment allegedly failed so significantly. Private jets, Caribbean islands, and palace connections reportedly couldn't prevent public disgrace. The spare heir allegedly discovered that certain associations extract costs no title can offset. Britain's party prince reportedly learned that certain parties end with bills no fortune can pay. And now, we'd like to see you in the comments. Do you believe Prince Andrew has ruined the royal family's reputation forever? Or are his mistakes his own? We look forward to hearing your thoughts, And thanks for joining us for another episode of Old Money Luxury. Cheers.